Hello everybody and welcome to day 14 of the 24 days of Christmas. As you probably saw in yesterday's video, I opened a Christmas advent calendar from Ulta. It was 12 days of Christmas, specifically 12 days of different beauty products. You can go watch that video, see what I'm going to be using today, but I'm going to be using all of those products that I opened to create a look for Christmas, which is, I think, what they were intending with this. They stuck pretty neutral with the products, which is always a good call, especially when there's so many people that are looking forward to buying an advent calendar from Ulta. It's just really good to stick neutral instead of going with crazy colors. One thing to note though, I will be doing a full face of makeup. I'm not just going to be showing how to use these particular products. I'm going to be doing foundation, concealer, things like that that are more personal to me. But going with the neutral look involving the products that I got in that advent calendar. For Christmas time though, a lot of people don't take into consideration that you need to change up your makeup routine a little bit because of the weather that's going on around you. It's cold, it's dry outside because all the water is frozen on the ground, whether it's where you live or it's up north where you don't live. So when you put on makeup that's already drying to your skin in an even drier environment, it can really do some damage. And a lot of people's response to damage from makeup like that, because it's usually acne or redness, is to just put on more makeup. Here's my advice to you. Start by using a wipe, a Cetaphil Gentle Skin Cleansing Wipe. And then I'm also going to use a moisturizer. Another thing to note, just because you're drinking a bunch of the holiday coffees and things around in famous coffee chains, that does not make you hydrated. Coffee and anything with caffeine in it, like tea or soda, is super dehydrating for the skin. Please make sure that you're drinking lots of water. So now the skin is clean, the skin is moisturized. I'm gonna get my primer, foundation, and concealer. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Watermelon Dew Primer. And then I am using the Juvia's Place Foundation in Vienna 700. And I'm just going to use a little bit because I don't want to overdo it. It'll be fun when I finally get my own place, because I can decorate like the day after Halloween. Then I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in Fair Warm. I'm going to set my face with some cornstarch baby powder. It's sheer, it's cheap, it gets the job done. It doesn't over mattify. So in the advent calendar, it did come with a mattifying face primer. I would suggest against using that during the winter months. I'm just not going to use it today. So the next thing that we're going to do is brows. I use Anastasia brow products in the shade Taupe. These are all the shade Taupe. This is the brow gel, the brow pencil, and the brow pomade. Alright, so I think for this look, I'm not going to go with the pomade just yet because I don't really know exactly where it's going to go. The makeup that I'm using is so neutral that I don't want to overdo it with the brows. So the advent calendar came with a brow highlighter in it, so I'm going to use that and just go underneath the brow to help kind of carve it out. So it's going on really smooth. It's not super like overwhelming. I like it because that's not too highlighted. I am going to go ahead and put the plumping oil on just to give that a chance to work while I'm doing my eyes. If it starts burning, I will let you know. I'm going to use my Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in Eden. This is my favorite one. I'm going to put just a little bit on. I am going to start with the matte eyeshadow that came in the color. I'm going to go with the dark color. Ooh. Okay, so the lip oil isn't burning, but it feels kind of like cold. Interesting. It feels like it's doing something. You know what? Instead of this brush, I'm actually going to go in with this angled brush from Luxie. It is a Luxie 207 medium angled shading brush. There we go. That's better. and go all the way up to the brow bone. Because I have deep set eyes, so the color is not really going to show up when I have my eyes open and just talking in regular conversation. So this brings the color up. We're going to take other color onto it, so don't worry if it looks a little intense while it's here. And then I'm going to go into the lighter color, and I'm going to exchange it for the brush I was using before and just go over the lid with it to give the crease, not necessarily cut crease, but there's definitely a difference. And take that up towards the brow bone to help kind of localize the brown we were using. I'm going to take this color, the darker shade, in the Chrome Eyeshadow Duo that they sent. It's more bronzy. I'm going to get a packing brush, Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH41 brush. I'm going to grab some product on one side, and I'm just going to spotlight it. Hello? Is anybody home? Okay, so you gotta kind of layer this one. I'm gonna do the same on the other eye, and then we will get to the rest of the face and then the lips, and then we will be done. The advent calendar also came with an eyeshadow crayon. It appears to be a bit shinier, so I'm gonna highlight the inner corners with this. Ooh, that worked. That's really nice, actually. I do like how blendable these products are. I like that I can move them around even on top of primer, because the primer will hold them where I want them to be, but they're not stuck in place. I'm going to use the shading brush that I was using for the brown. I'm not going to pick up more product on it, but I am going to go over the lower lash line just to kind of bring the look together. Not do anything? Yes, it did. I'm going to put on my Pure Fully Charged mascara. This is my favorite mascara. One thing I love to do with mascara is, one, just leave it on the top, but two, really put it on the outer half of your eyelashes, so that way you're not overwhelming the look, but your eyelashes kind of guide it out towards your hairline to give it a lifted look. I'm not gonna do eyeliner because I'm not good at eyeliner, so I'm just gonna leave it out today. I don't wanna do it. I'm sure you don't wanna have to bother with it, so no eyeliner, just stick with this. You're good. They put a blush duo in. They gave a peachy color and a light pink color. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a full-size brush and I'm gonna blend these two together. And then I'm gonna start under the eyes and go up and then go down the cheekbones just a little bit. The reason you want to go under your eyes when you're using your blush is because you want to help it blend the look together. It also helps make sure that your under eye bags aren't overemphasized by your concealer and separated from the look because your blush isn't on it. And bring it to the nose and up. See? Lifted. All right, now let's not forget, it is cold outside, so we're going to put it on the end of the nose. I'm going to take a highlighter brush. The highlighter that came with, the highlighter that came in the advent calendar. I'm gonna put it on the upper lip and the chin. I'm gonna put it right here on the nose and then take it down just a little, because then your nose doesn't look like unnaturally sharp and narrow. It just kind of guides it down. I'm going to take the blush brush again, and I'm going to go in with a very light bronzer. This is the Physicians Formula Light Bronzer. And I'm just going to grab the tiniest bit of product and whack it off to make sure it's not overwhelming. Again, it is winter time. You do not need a ton of bronzer. Everyone can see how much bronzer you put on in wintertime. Just go easy with it. A rule that I learned when I was learning how to use bronzer was that your bronzer should make a 3 on your face. So you go down the cheek and down the chin. Make sure you do circles up under your cheekbone, because if you do it down, it just looks kind of awkward and it makes the line more pronounced. Go on the nose. All right, and I am gonna take a teeny tiny brush, like teeny, teeny, teeny tiny, grab a little bit and go under the lip, just to help make my lower lip look a little bit fuller, because I don't want lip fillers in my face. I would rather just do some makeup and not mess with that. I'm gonna start with the bullet lipstick that was included. All right, the lip oil doesn't want to let this go on. And then I'm gonna go with the matte liquid lipstick. I'm gonna kind of ombre this lip look and just go in the middle and kind of try to avoid going out to the edge with this. Put the teensiest bit there, there, and there. Pat it around, don't smudge it around, because otherwise you're just gonna mix the colors together and it's not gonna ombre it. And then last, certainly not least for the lips, I'm gonna go over it with the lip gloss that they included. It's kind of pink, it's a little bit shimmery, but it looks like it's gonna be nice and sheer. I mean, I like the colors, I wouldn't put this with this look. I wouldn't, personally. This is what the lips look like. Okay, this is what their lip products look like. If this is what you like, then great, you can leave it here. I'm gonna change the lips, and I'm just gonna go in with a red matte liquid lipstick from Too Faced in their Melted Matte Looks. This is the shade Lady Balls. This is the red lipstick that I absolutely love for my face. There we go. I just like having a little pop of color for a more festive look, but if you're gonna go neutral up here, try to bring something down here. All right, and I'm gonna use the setting spray that was included in the advent calendar. Doesn't really have a smell to it. I like that. It means it's not gonna be full of fragrance. And that's gonna be my look for today. All in all, these products worked. I personally don't think that I would choose these products over other products that I already like, but they definitely worked for just a quick little look. Again, like I said in yesterday's video, if you're someone who's new to makeup or you kind of shy away from it, these are good products for you because, like I said, they're easy to move around. They're very neutral, so you can probably make them work for you. You can use as much or as little as you want. You can kind of bring anything you want to this look. It's just something fun to kind of introduce people to makeup or help people gain a little bit of confidence with their makeup skills. You can use these as practice products if you want to. For the price that you pay, for $20, these products actually performed. So I like that. I think if there was one thing that I wouldn't use out of this, it would be the Chrome eyeshadow duo, just because I don't like these two colors too much for myself. Again, totally subjective, but this would be the one thing that I wouldn't use. My favorite product out of this though was the blush duo, because blended together they made a really pretty color. That is going to be it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching, and please subscribe down below if you already haven't. This is going to be 24 days of Christmas. We're going to go all the way up to Christmas Eve, and there's going to be a special bonus video after Christmas. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.